In the ancient city of Uruk, King Gilgamesh once lay restless, haunted by a dream that would forever alter the course of his life. In this vision, a star fell from the heavens, and from it emerged a companion destined to challenge and change him. This was no ordinary dream, it was a prophecy, a message from the divine, foretelling the arrival of his greatest ally and adversary, Enkidu. Dreams like these weren't just fleeting thoughts of the night. They were the threads weaving the fabric of destiny for gods, heroes, and entire civilizations. From the towering ziggurats of Mesopotamia to the sun-drenched temples of Egypt, dreams and prophecies held a sacred place in the hearts and minds of ancient peoples. They were seen as portals to the divine, offering glimpses of the future, warnings of danger, and guidance for kings and warriors alike. But what if these ancient tales hold more than just historical fascination? What if they reveal something deeper about humanity's enduring connection to the mysteries of the subconscious? In this video, we'll journey across time and cultures to uncover the profound role of dreams and prophecies in mythological tales. From the oracles of Delphi to the dream visions of Egyptian pharaohs, we'll explore how these stories shaped beliefs, guided decisions, and even altered the course of history. By the end, you'll see that these ancient narratives aren't just relics of the past, they're windows into the timeless human quest to understand the unseen forces that shape our lives. So let's dive into the world of dreams and prophecies, where the line between the mortal and the divine blurs, and where every vision carries the weight of destiny. Dreams have always held a mysterious power over humanity, but in the ancient world, they were far more than fleeting images in the night. They were seen as messages from the gods, sacred whispers meant to guide, warn, or inspire. Among the earliest cultures to weave dreams into their mythology were the Mesopotamians and Egyptians, who believed that the veil between the mortal and divine realms grew thin during sleep. For them, dreams weren't random, they were deliberate, a direct line of communication from the heavens. Take the Mesopotamians, for example. Their epic tales, like the Epic of Gilgamesh, are filled with dreams that shape the destinies of heroes. Gilgamesh himself encounters vivid, prophetic dreams that foretell the arrival of his friend Enkidu, or warn of divine retribution. These dreams weren't just storytelling devices, they were seen as real, tangible interactions with the gods. Similarly, the Egyptians took dream interpretation to an almost scientific level. They created what we now call the Egyptian Dream Book, a fascinating catalogue of dream symbols and their meanings. Dreaming of a snake might signify protection, while a vision of water could foretell abundance or danger. But how did people in these ancient cultures ensure they received these divine messages? Enter the practice of dream incubation. This was a ritual where individuals would sleep in sacred spaces, temples or shrines dedicated to gods like Serapis in Egypt or Asclepius in Greece, hoping to receive a vision or cure. They believed that by entering these holy spaces, they could invite the gods to speak to them more clearly. It wasn't just about sleeping, it was about preparing the mind and spirit to receive wisdom from beyond. These early beliefs didn't just stay confined to Mesopotamia or Egypt. They traveled, blending into the mythologies of other cultures, shaping how heroes and kings interpreted their own dreams. From the oracles of Greece to the shamans of the Americas, the idea that dreams carried divine significance became a universal thread. And as we'll see, this belief didn't just influence myths, it shaped the very heroes who would become legends. Dreams have always been a fascinating bridge between the mortal and the divine, a realm where gods and goddesses could step into the minds of humans, delivering messages that shaped destinies. In ancient myths, dreams weren't just random images or fleeting thoughts, they were powerful tools of divine communication. Take, for example, the Iliad, where Zeus sends a deceptive dream to Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces. This dream, appearing as the wise Nestor, urges Agamemnon to attack Troy, promising victory. But it's a trick, a divine nudge to set events in motion that would lead to greater conflict and tragedy. Here, the dream isn't just a message, it's a manipulation, a reminder that the gods often played with mortals like pieces on a chessboard. In contrast, other myths show dreams as sources of profound guidance. In Hindu tradition, the god Vishnu often appears in dreams to his devotees, offering wisdom or revealing hidden truths. These visions weren't just comforting, they were transformative, guiding individuals toward their dharma, their sacred duty. Imagine the weight of such an experience, waking up with a sense of purpose, knowing that a god had stepped into your dreams to light your path. These moments reinforced the belief that the divine was always present, always watching, and always ready to intervene when needed. But dreams weren't always benevolent. They could also carry warnings, portents of doom that left mortals trembling. In many cultures, dreams were seen as a way for the gods to reveal what lay ahead, whether it was a coming disaster or a personal downfall. This duality, dreams as both guides and harbingers, reflects the complex relationship between humans and the divine. On one hand, there's comfort in knowing that the gods are paying attention. On the other, there's the chilling realization that their plans might not align with human desires. Culturally, these divine dreams served a crucial purpose. They reinforced the idea of a higher power shaping human fate. Whether through guidance or warning, dreams were a reminder that mortals were not entirely in control of their lives. They were threads in a larger tapestry woven by the hands of gods. This belief wasn't just spiritual, it was deeply embedded in the social and political structures of ancient societies. Leaders who claimed to receive divine dreams often gained legitimacy, their decisions seen as divinely inspired. And for the average person, these dreams offered a sense of connection to something greater, a reassurance that their lives had meaning within a cosmic framework. Yet, as we delve deeper into the role of dreams in mythology, it's impossible to ignore their darker side. Not all prophetic dreams were meant to guide or protect. Some carried omens of despair, visions so unsettling that they haunted the dreamer long after waking. These dreams blurred the line between blessing and curse, leaving mortals to grapple with the weight of knowing what might come and being powerless to stop it. Prophecies and dreams have long held a mysterious power in mythology, often acting as unseen forces that shape the destinies of gods, heroes, and entire civilizations. One of the most striking examples of this is the story of Oedipus, a tale that explores the haunting tension between free will and fate. Before Oedipus was even born, his parents, King Laius and Queen Jocasta of Thebes, received a chilling prophecy. Their son would one day kill his father and marry his mother. Terrified by this vision of the future, they took drastic measures to avoid their fate, abandoning their infant son on a mountainside. But as we know, the prophecy came true anyway. Oedipus, unaware of his true lineage, grew up to fulfill the very destiny his parents had tried to escape. This tragic chain of events raises a profound question. Could anything have been done to change the outcome, or was the prophecy an unalterable force steering everyone toward their doom? This theme of inevitability isn't unique to Greek mythology. In Norse legends, the gods themselves are bound by prophecies they cannot escape. Odin, the All-Father, is haunted by visions of Ragnarok, the apocalyptic battle that will bring about the end of the world. Despite his immense wisdom and power, Odin cannot prevent this fate. His attempts to prepare for the inevitable, such as gathering the greatest warriors in Valhalla, only underscore the futility of resisting destiny. These stories reflect a deep-seated human anxiety about the future, a fear that no matter how much we try to control our lives, some forces are simply beyond our power. Yet, not all prophetic dreams in mythology lead to tragedy. Sometimes they serve as guides, offering heroes crucial insights on their quests. In the epic journey of Gilgamesh, for instance, dreams play a pivotal role in steering the hero toward his ultimate realization about mortality and the meaning of life. Similarly, in the Arthurian legends, dreams and visions often provide knights with the wisdom they need to overcome challenges. These narratives suggest that while prophecies might hint at an inevitable future, they also offer opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and even redemption. What makes these stories so compelling is how they mirror our own struggles with uncertainty and the unknown. Even today, we grapple with questions about fate and free will, wondering whether our choices truly shape our lives or if we're merely following a predetermined path. Mythological tales remind us that these questions are timeless, echoing across cultures and centuries. Whether they inspire dread or hope, prophetic dreams in mythology continue to captivate us, inviting us to reflect on the delicate balance between destiny and the choices we make. In the world of ancient myths, dreams were far more than fleeting images of the night. They were profound tools of guidance, offering heroes the clarity and purpose they needed to fulfill their destinies. Take, for instance, the story of Aeneas in Virgil's Aeneid. At a pivotal moment in his journey, Aeneas is visited by a dream of his deceased father, Anchises. In this vision, Anchises reveals the future of Rome, a grand empire that Aeneas is destined to found. This dream isn't just a comforting message from the afterlife, it's a roadmap. It gives Aeneas the resolve to press on, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or perilous. Dreams like these weren't random, they were divine interventions, offering heroes the foresight and motivation to persevere. But dreams didn't just serve as personal guidance for individuals. They often held larger implications for entire civilizations. In Arthurian legends, dreams frequently carried prophetic weight, signaling the rise or fall of kingdoms. Merlin, the legendary wizard, is said to have received visions of King Arthur's destiny long before the boy pulled the sword from the stone. These dreams weren't merely poetic flourishes. They were integral to the narrative, shaping the course of history and the fate of nations. In both ancient and medieval storytelling, dreams acted as bridges between the mortal world and the divine, offering glimpses of what was to come. What's fascinating is how these ancient interpretations of dreams still resonate with us today. Modern psychology often views dreams as reflections of our subconscious, guiding us through unresolved emotions or decisions. While we may not see them as messages from the gods, the idea that dreams can provide clarity or insight remains deeply rooted in our collective psyche. It's a testament to the enduring power of these stories, how they continue to shape our understanding of the human experience. Dreams in mythology weren't just personal, they were societal. They didn't just guide heroes, they shaped the destinies of entire cultures. Whether it was Aeneas receiving a vision of Rome's future or Merlin foreseeing the rise of Camelot, these dreams were catalysts for change, steering civilizations toward their ultimate fates. And as we explore these tales, we're reminded of the timeless question: are dreams mere figments of our imagination, or do they carry a deeper, more universal truth? In the grand tapestry of ancient civilizations, dreams and prophecies weren't just personal omens, they were threads that wove the fate of entire societies. Take the Babylonian epic of Gilgamesh, for instance. Here, dreams aren't mere nighttime visions, they're divine messages that set the stage for one of humanity's oldest quests. Gilgamesh, the legendary king, is haunted by dreams that foretell his journey to find eternal life. These dreams aren't just personal warnings, they're cosmic nudges, guiding him toward a destiny that reshapes his understanding of mortality and immortality. It's a story that underscores how deeply ancient cultures believed dreams could alter the course of their lives and, by extension, their civilizations. But dreams were only one piece of the puzzle. prophecies, often delivered by revered oracles, played an equally pivotal role in shaping the ancient world. Consider the Oracle of Delphi, arguably the most famous seer in history. Kings, generals, and everyday people alike would travel great distances to seek her guidance. Her prophecies, though famously cryptic, influenced everything from political alliances to military campaigns. Leaders didn't just act on her words, they built entire strategies around them. Yet, these prophecies were rarely straightforward. They required interpretation by priests or seers who acted as bridges between the divine and the mortal. This reliance on intermediaries highlights how ancient societies viewed prophecy as a partnership between the gods and humanity, a collaborative effort to navigate the uncertainties of life. What's fascinating is how this ancient reliance on prophecy mirrors our modern dependence on forecasting. Today, we might not consult oracles, but we still seek out predictions, whether through economic forecasts, weather models, or even algorithms. The tools have changed, but the underlying desire to glimpse the future remains the same. It's a testament to how deeply rooted this need for foresight is in the human psyche, transcending time and culture. As we explore these connections, it's impossible to ignore the rich symbolism woven into dreams across mythologies. Dreams weren't just messages, they were metaphors layered with meaning that reflected the hopes, fears, and values of the societies that dreamt them. Whether it was Gilgamesh wrestling with visions of mortality or the Oracle of Delphi, cloaking her wisdom in riddles, dreams, and prophecies were more than just glimpses of the future. They were mirrors reflecting the soul of an era. And as we peel back these layers, we uncover not just the beliefs of ancient civilizations, but also the timeless ways in which humanity seeks to understand its place in the universe. Dreams in ancient mythology weren't just random images or fleeting thoughts, they were filled with powerful symbols that carried deep, universal meanings. Think of a serpent coiling through a dream, an eagle soaring high above, or a labyrinth stretching endlessly into the unknown. These symbols weren't unique to one culture or story. They reappeared across myths from Greece to Mesopotamia, from India to the Americas. But why? What made these images so resonant, so deeply ingrained in the human psyche? Take the serpent, for example. In countless myths, this creature slithers through dreams as a symbol of transformation and renewal. Its ability to shed its skin made it a perfect representation of rebirth and immortality. Alexander the Great once dreamed of a serpent, and his advisors interpreted it as a sign of his destined conquests and eternal legacy. But the serpent wasn't just about power. It also embodied the mysterious, the unknown, and even danger. It's fascinating how one symbol could hold such layered meanings, isn't it? Then there's the eagle, often seen in dreams as a messenger between the earthly and the divine. In many cultures, eagles were associated with the sun, with kingship, and with divine authority. When an eagle appeared in a dream, it was often seen as a sign of clarity, vision, or even a call to rise above one's circumstances. And what about the labyrinth? This intricate maze wasn't just a physical challenge. It represented the journey of life itself, with its twists, turns, and hidden truths. To dream of a labyrinth was to confront the unknown, to seek answers within oneself. These symbols weren't just cultural quirks. They tapped into something deeper, what the psychologist Carl Jung called the collective unconscious. Jung believed that certain symbols and archetypes are embedded in the human mind, shared across cultures and generations. Dreams then become a window into this shared reservoir of meaning, offering insights that feel almost instinctive, even if we can't fully explain them. But dreams didn't just reflect universal truths, they also played a personal role in transformation. Imagine a hero receiving a vision in their sleep, guiding them to their destiny, or a ruler interpreting a dream as a divine mandate. These weren't just stories, they were moments where the boundaries between the individual and the universal blurred, where a single dream could alter the course of a life or even history itself. Dreams have always held a mysterious power in mythology, often acting as catalysts for profound personal transformation. Take the story of Psyche, for instance, a tale that beautifully illustrates how dreams can guide a hero through their darkest trials and lead them to ultimate enlightenment. Psyche, a mortal woman, was tasked with seemingly impossible challenges by the goddess Venus, but it was her dreams that became her compass, offering cryptic yet crucial guidance as she navigated her journey. These dreams weren't just random, they mirrored her inner struggles, reflecting her fears, doubts, and desires. Through them, Psyche faced her own vulnerabilities, emerging stronger and wiser, ultimately earning her place among the gods as an immortal. What's fascinating about Psyche's story is how closely it aligns with modern psychological interpretations of dreams. In both mythology and psychology, dreams are often seen as windows into the subconscious, revealing hidden truths about ourselves that we might otherwise ignore. For Psyche, her dreams were a roadmap through her trials, but they also symbolized her journey of self-discovery. They forced her to confront her deepest insecurities, transforming her from a mortal into a divine figure. This idea of dreams as tools for personal growth isn't just confined to ancient myths. It resonates with how we understand dreams today, as reflections of our inner worlds and guides through life's challenges. But dreams in mythology aren't always about growth and enlightenment. Sometimes they take on a darker, more ominous tone, serving as harbingers of fate or doom. While Psyche's dreams led her to immortality, other figures in myth were haunted by visions that foretold unavoidable tragedy. These prophetic dreams often carried a weight of inevitability, blurring the line between guidance and warning. They remind us that dreams, whether ancient or modern, are complex, sometimes illuminating the path forward, and other times revealing truths we'd rather not face. Nightmares and ominous prophecies have long held a chilling place in mythology, serving as harbingers of doom that often cast a shadow over the lives of those who experience them. These dark visions weren't just fleeting fears of the night, they carried weight, often foretelling events that would unravel the fates of kings, heroes, and entire civilizations. Take, for instance, the tragic tale of Macbeth. His descent into tyranny was marked by haunting dreams and apparitions that foreshadowed his inevitable downfall. The witch's prophecy planted the seed of ambition in his mind, but it was his own nightmares, visions of bloodied hands and the ghost of Banquo, that revealed his growing guilt and the unraveling of his sanity. Despite these warnings, Macbeth pressed on, blinded by his ambition, and ultimately sealed his tragic fate. In Greek mythology, Cassandra's story offers another striking example of how dreams and prophecies could be both a gift and a curse. Blessed by Apollo with the gift of prophecy, Cassandra was cursed to never be believed. Her visions of Troy's destruction were dismissed as madness, and her desperate warnings went unheeded. Here, the tragedy lies not just in the fulfillment of the prophecy, but in the helplessness of the seer. The psychological toll of knowing the future yet being powerless to change it is a recurring theme in these tales, one that resonates deeply with audiences even today. It's a reminder of how fear and disbelief can cloud judgment, leading to catastrophic outcomes. These stories also reveal something profound about the human psyche. Dreams, especially those of a darker nature, often serve as mirrors to our deepest fears and anxieties. For the dreamer, they can be paralyzing, a glimpse into a future they are desperate to avoid. For the audience, they create a sense of dread, drawing us into the tension of knowing what's to come while watching the characters tumble blindly toward their fates. It's this interplay between foresight and ignorance that makes these myths so compelling and so timeless, But beyond their narrative power, these dark dreams and prophecies often spurred entire cultures to develop rituals and practices aimed at interpreting or warding off their effects. From the dream interpreters of ancient Egypt to the oracles of Delphi, societies sought ways to understand and, in some cases, control the messages delivered through dreams. These rituals weren't just about divination. They were a reflection of humanity's enduring desire to make sense of the unknown and to find meaning in the chaos of the subconscious mind. Dreams have long been seen as more than just random images or fleeting thoughts. They were gateways to the divine, messages from the gods, and tools for understanding the mysteries of life. Ancient cultures developed elaborate rituals and practices to harness the power of dreams, believing they could unlock profound truths or even alter the course of destiny. One of the most fascinating examples comes from ancient Greece, where dream incubation was a sacred practice. People seeking guidance would travel to temples dedicated to Asclepius, the god of healing, and sleep in special chambers. They believed that in this sacred space, the god would appear to them in a dream, offering healing or prophetic insight. It wasn't just about waiting for a dream to come. It was an active, intentional process, a ritual of preparation and prayer designed to open a channel to the divine. Similarly, shamanic traditions across the world often relied on altered states of consciousness to access the realm of dreams and visions. In many indigenous cultures, shamans used hallucinogenic plants like ayahuasca or peyote to induce vivid, otherworldly dreams. These experiences weren't seen as mere hallucinations but as sacred journeys into the spirit world. For example, in Native American mythology, dreams were a source of spiritual power and guidance. The Lakota people believed that dreams could reveal one's purpose or destiny, and they often sought visions through rituals like the sun dance or solitary vision quests. These practices weren't just about personal insight, they were communal, shaping the decisions and direction of entire tribes. What's striking is how these ancient rituals reflect a universal human desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. Dream interpretation wasn't just about deciphering symbols, it was about understanding the deeper forces at work in the world. And while modern dream analysis might not involve temples or hallucinogens, the core idea remains the same. Dreams are a window into the subconscious, a way to explore the unknown. This brings us to another intriguing aspect of dreams, their role in love and relationships. Across cultures, dreams have been seen as a way to connect with loved ones, both living and departed, or even to foresee romantic destinies. In ancient Egypt, for instance, dreams were often consulted to determine the suitability of a marriage or to resolve conflicts between lovers. The idea that dreams could reveal hidden truths about the heart is a thread that runs through countless traditions, bridging the gap between the spiritual and the deeply personal. As we explore these ancient practices, it's impossible not to see their echoes in the way we still approach dreams today. Whether it's keeping a dream journal, seeking therapy, or simply reflecting on a vivid dream, the rituals of the past remind us that dreams have always been more than just stories we tell ourselves in sleep. They're a bridge to the unseen, a connection to the divine, and a way to understand the mysteries of love, life, and the human spirit. Dreams have always held a mysterious power over the human heart, especially when it comes to love and destiny. In many ancient myths, dreams weren't just fleeting images of the night, they were profound messages, guiding lovers toward each other or revealing truths that shaped their fates. Take the story of Cupid and Psyche, for example. Psyche, a mortal woman, falls in love with Cupid, the god of desire, but she's forbidden from seeing his true form. Through a series of dreams, Psyche begins to understand the depth of their connection, and these visions become a bridge between the mortal and divine realms. It's through these dreams that she learns to trust her heart, even when her eyes can't see the full picture. This tale beautifully illustrates how dreams often reveal the unseen threads that bind lovers together, even when reality seems uncertain. But dreams didn't just bring lovers together, they also mirrored the complexities of human emotions. In some myths, dreams served as warnings or revelations that led to heartbreak or separation. For instance, in Hindu mythology, dreams often played a pivotal role in foretelling the meeting of soulmates. The story of Savitri and Satyavan is a prime example. Savitri, a devoted wife, has a prophetic dream about her husband's impending death. Armed with this knowledge, she confronts Yama, the god of death, and through her unwavering love and determination, she manages to alter his fate. This story highlights how dreams could act as both a guide and a challenge, pushing individuals to confront their deepest fears and desires in the name of love. What makes these stories so enduring is their ability to resonate with our own experiences. Even today, dreams often feel like a window into our subconscious, revealing our deepest longings and fears. The idea that dreams could foretell love or shape destiny taps into a universal human desire to believe that there's a greater force at work in our lives, one that connects us to something beyond the ordinary. And while we might not interpret our dreams as divine messages, the appeal of love stories intertwined with prophetic visions continues to captivate us. As we reflect on the role of dreams in love and destiny, it's impossible not to wonder about their connection to the mysteries of life and death. What happens when dreams cross into the realm of the afterlife? How do they guide us not just in love but in the journey beyond life itself? These questions open the door to a deeper exploration of dreams as a bridge between worlds, one that we'll uncover in the next part of our journey. Dreams have long been seen as a bridge between worlds, a mysterious space where the living and the dead could meet. In many ancient cultures, dreams weren't just random images or stories conjured by the mind. They were powerful, sacred messages. Take ancient Egypt, for example. The Egyptians believed that dreams were a way to communicate with ancestors and gods. They saw sleep as a time when the soul could journey to other realms, bringing back wisdom or warnings from those who had passed on. This belief wasn't just philosophical, it was deeply personal. People would often sleep in temples or sacred spaces, hoping for a dream that would connect them with a loved one or offer guidance from the divine. This idea of dreams as a connection to the afterlife wasn't unique to Egypt. The Aztecs, too, saw dreams as a way to guide souls on their journey after death. They believed that dreams could reveal the path a soul needed to take to reach its final resting place, ensuring it didn't become lost in the afterlife. Similarly, the Greeks had their own rich traditions around dreams and the dead. One of the most famous examples comes from Homer's Iliad, where Achilles is visited in a dream by the ghost of his dear friend Patroclus. In this haunting encounter, Patroclus pleads for a proper burial, a ritual that would allow his soul to find peace. This moment isn't just a dramatic plot point, it's a reflection of how deeply the Greeks believed in the power of dreams to provide closure and comfort to the living. These stories and beliefs weren't just about superstition, they served a profound emotional purpose. For the living, dreams offered a way to process grief, to feel connected to those they had lost, and to find meaning in the face of death. They were a source of solace, a reminder that the dead weren't truly gone. They could still speak, guide, and even teach. And that's where dreams took on another role, as vessels for moral lessons. Whether it was a warning from an ancestor or a vision of what awaited in the afterlife, dreams often carried messages about how to live a good life, how to honor the dead, and how to prepare for the journey that awaited everyone in the end. This blending of the spiritual and the practical made dreams a cornerstone of not just mythology, but of daily life in the ancient world. Dreams have long been more than just fleeting visions in the night. They've been powerful tools for imparting moral lessons, especially in mythological tales. Take the dreams of King Solomon, for instance. In one famous story, Solomon is visited by God in a dream and offered anything his heart desires. Instead of wealth or power, he asks for wisdom to govern his people justly. This dream becomes a cornerstone of his legacy, emphasizing the values of wisdom and fairness over material gain. It's a reminder that true greatness lies in moral integrity, a lesson that resonates across cultures and eras. But dreams in mythology often serve a dual purpose. They don't just inspire, they also warn. Many of these visions act as cautionary tales, urging individuals to avoid the pitfalls of hubris, greed, or unchecked ambition. In Buddhist mythology, for example, dreams frequently illustrate the inescapable nature of karma. A person might dream of reaping the consequences of past actions, whether good or bad, reinforcing the idea that every choice carries weight. These stories aren't just about abstract concepts, they're deeply personal, showing how our actions ripple through our lives and beyond. What's fascinating is how these ancient lessons still find their way into modern storytelling. Think about how dreams in contemporary films or novels often symbolize inner struggles or moral dilemmas. The themes might be dressed in new contexts, but the core message remains the same. Dreams remind us of our humanity, our flaws, and our potential for growth. They challenge us to reflect on our choices and consider the kind of legacy we want to leave behind. Beyond their moral weight, dreams have also played a crucial role in shaping cultural identity. In many traditions, shared visions or prophetic dreams have united communities, offering a sense of purpose and direction. Whether it's a dream that inspires a hero's journey or one that warns of impending danger, these stories become threads in the fabric of a culture's collective memory. They're not just personal experiences, they're shared narratives that bind people together, teaching values and preserving wisdom for future generations. Dreams and prophecies were far more than mere stories in ancient societies. They were threads woven into the very fabric of cultural identity. Take the founding myth of Rome, for example. The tale of Romulus and Remus, twin brothers raised by a she-wolf, is rooted in a prophetic dream. Their mother, Sylvia, was said to have been visited by the god Mars in a vision, foretelling the birth of her sons and their future as founders of a great city. This dream wasn't just a fantastical detail, it became the cornerstone of Rome's identity, a narrative that reinforced the city's divine origins and its destiny as a powerful civilization. Stories like these weren't just entertainment, they were tools for shaping collective memory and instilling cultural values. They reminded people of their shared heritage and their place in a larger, divinely ordained story. But this connection between dreams and identity wasn't unique to Rome. Across the globe, in African mythology, dreams held a similar significance. For many African cultures, dreams were seen as a bridge between the living and the spiritual realm, a source of communal wisdom and guidance. Among the Dogon people of Mali, for instance, dreams were believed to be messages from the ancestors, offering insights that shaped decisions and rituals. These dream-inspired practices weren't just personal, they were deeply communal, binding individuals together through shared beliefs and traditions. In this way, dreams became a way to preserve cultural identity, passing down values and knowledge from one generation to the next. What's fascinating is how these ancient narratives continue to echo in modern times. The stories of Romulus and Remus still resonate in Rome's architecture, art, and even its national pride. Similarly, in many African communities, the reverence for dreams as a source of wisdom persists, influencing everything from oral storytelling to contemporary art. These enduring narratives remind us that dreams and prophecies weren't just about predicting the future, they were about shaping it. They gave people a sense of purpose, a connection to something greater than themselves, and a shared identity that transcended time. And it's not just cultural identity that dreams influenced, they also played a pivotal role in artistic expression. From the vivid dreamscapes of ancient epics to the symbolic visions depicted in pottery and murals, dreams inspired some of the most enduring works of art in human history. They offered a language for exploring the unknown, a way to give form to the intangible. In the next section, we'll dive into how dreams fueled creativity, giving rise to some of the most iconic artistic traditions of the ancient world. Dreams and prophecies have long been woven into the fabric of ancient art and literature, serving as powerful tools to convey divine messages, foreshadow events, and explore the mysteries of the human mind. In Homer's Odyssey, for instance, dreams are not mere figments of imagination but gateways to the divine. One of the most striking examples is Penelope's dream of the geese, which is interpreted as a prophetic vision of Odysseus's return. This dream, rich with symbolism, reflects the ancient belief that dreams could reveal hidden truths and guide human actions. Similarly, in the Bible, dreams and visions are central to many narratives. Take Joseph's dreams in the book of Genesis, which foretell his future rise to power, or the prophetic visions of Daniel, filled with cryptic imagery of empires and divine judgment. These stories highlight how dreams were seen as a direct line of communication between the mortal and the divine. But it wasn't just in written texts that dreams found expression. Ancient artists also captured the ethereal nature of dreams and prophecies in their work. Hindu temple carvings, for example, often depict scenes from sacred texts where dreams play a pivotal role. In the Mahabharata, the dream of King Dhritarashtra, filled with omens of war and destruction, is immortalized in stone, reminding worshippers of the transient nature of power and the inevitability of divine will. These carvings are not just decorative, they are visual narratives that bring the dream world into the physical realm, making the intangible tangible. The influence of these ancient depictions can be traced through the centuries, even into modern artistic movements. Surrealism, for instance, drew heavily on the concept of dreams as a source of creativity and truth. Artists like Salvador Dali and René Magritte were inspired by the idea that dreams could reveal deeper realities beyond the surface of everyday life. Their works, with their dreamlike landscapes and impossible juxtapositions, echo the same sense of wonder and mystery found in ancient mythological art. What's fascinating is how these artistic interpretations have shaped our collective understanding of dreams. They've taught us to see dreams not just as random brain activity, but as windows into something greater, whether it's the divine, the subconscious, or the unknown. This brings us to the next layer of exploration: how dreams have influenced religious beliefs. From the visions of prophets to the dream-inspired rituals of ancient cultures, dreams have played a crucial role in shaping the spiritual lives of countless people. And that's where our journey takes us next. Throughout history, dreams have been more than just fleeting images in the night. They've been a bridge between the human and the divine. In many religious traditions, dreams and prophecies were seen as direct messages from the gods, guiding both individuals and entire communities. Take, for instance, the story of the prophet Muhammad, whose first revelation came through a dream. The angel Gabriel appeared to him in a vision, delivering the initial verses of what would become the Quran. This moment not only transformed Muhammad's life, but also laid the foundation for one of the world's largest religions. Dreams like these weren't just personal experiences, they were seen as divine interventions, shaping the spiritual and moral fabric of societies. Similarly, in the Judeo-Christian tradition, the story of Joseph stands as a powerful example of how dreams could carry profound religious significance. Joseph's ability to interpret dreams, such as Pharaoh's vision of 7 lean cows devouring 7 fat ones, wasn't just a personal gift, it was a divine tool to save an entire nation from famine. These interpretations were seen as God's way of speaking through dreams, offering guidance and warnings that shaped the course of history. Across cultures, dreams have often been viewed as a sacred language, a way for the divine to communicate with humanity. But the influence of dreams on religious practices extends far beyond the Abrahamic faiths. In Native American spirituality, dreams were deeply intertwined with daily life and spiritual ceremonies. Many tribes believed that dreams were a way to connect with ancestors, receive guidance, or even gain healing powers. For example, among the Lakota people, vision quests, a ritual involving fasting and meditation, were conducted to seek prophetic dreams. These visions were thought to reveal an individual's purpose or provide solutions to communal challenges. Such practices highlight how dreams weren't just personal experiences but communal resources, influencing rituals, leadership, and even warfare. Even today, the echo of these ancient beliefs can be felt in modern spirituality. Many people still turn to their dreams for guidance, believing them to be messages from a higher power or the subconscious mind. Practices like dream journaling or seeking interpretations have roots in these ancient traditions, and while the context may have shifted, the underlying idea remains the same. Dreams are a powerful, mysterious force that can shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. As we move from the realm of religion to the world of science, it's fascinating to see how dreams have continued to play a pivotal role. From the prophetic visions of ancient prophets to the groundbreaking discoveries inspired by dreams, this interplay between the spiritual and the scientific offers a rich tapestry of human thought and creativity. Dreams have always been more than just fleeting images of the night. They've been a source of fascination, inquiry, and even the birth of scientific thought. In ancient times, dreams were often seen as messages from the divine or glimpses into the future, but over time, thinkers began to interpret them in new ways. One of the earliest figures to approach dreams from a more analytical perspective was Aristotle. He saw dreams not as mystical prophecies, but as reflections of the body's physical state. In his work on dreams, he proposed that dreams could reveal imbalances in health or even the lingering effects of daily experiences. This was a groundbreaking shift. It moved dreams from the realm of the supernatural into the realm of natural phenomena, laying the foundation for what would later become psychology and neuroscience. But the journey didn't stop there. Centuries later, during the Age of Alchemy, dreams took on yet another role. Alchemists who sought to unlock the secrets of the universe through both science and symbolism often turned to dreams as a source of hidden knowledge. Texts from this period suggest that dreams were seen as a bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, a way to access truths that couldn't be reached through logic alone. This idea of dreams as a gateway to deeper understanding echoes even in modern times, where the study of dreams continues to challenge and inspire scientists and philosophers alike. And yet, for all the progress we've made, dreams remain a profound mystery. They are a reminder of how much we still don't understand about the human mind. What is it about dreams that makes them feel so real, so vivid, even as they slip away upon waking? How do they connect to our emotions, our memories, and even our creativity? These questions have driven centuries of exploration, from ancient philosophers to modern neuroscientists, and they continue to captivate us today. This enduring fascination with dreams hasn't just shaped science, it's also shaped storytelling. In myths and legends, dreams often serve as turning points, moments of revelation that guide heroes toward their destinies. From the prophetic dreams of Greek heroes to the symbolic visions in medieval tales, dreams have always been a powerful narrative tool. And in modern fiction, they still play this role, offering glimpses into a character's inner world or hinting at events yet to come. Dreams, it seems, are as much a part of our stories as they are of our science, a testament to their timeless hold on the human imagination. Dreams have always been a mirror to our deepest fears, hopes, and curiosities, and in modern mythology, they've found new life as a powerful storytelling tool. Think about films like Inception, where dreams aren't just fleeting thoughts but entire worlds, layered with meaning and danger. Or consider The Matrix, where the line between dream and reality blurs, leaving us to question what's real and what's imagined. These stories are more than just entertainment, they're modern myths, echoing the same prophetic dreams and visions that ancient cultures once revered. But instead of oracles and gods, we now have hackers, architects, and AI systems shaping the narrative. What's fascinating is how these modern tales still draw from the same well of ancient traditions. In The Matrix, Neo's journey begins with a dream-like vision, a prophecy that he's the one destined to save humanity. It's not so different from the dreams of heroes like Achilles or Odysseus, who are guided by divine messages in their sleep. Yet, these stories also reflect our contemporary anxieties, fears about technology, identity, and the loss of control. Dreams in these narratives become a space where we grapple with the unknown, just as our ancestors did. Fantasy literature, too, has embraced dreams as a vital plot device. In George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series, Bran Stark's dreams connect him to a mystical past, revealing truths that shape his destiny. Similarly, in The Lord of the Rings, Frodo's dreams foreshadow danger and guide his journey. These stories remind us that dreams aren't just random. They're bridges to deeper truths, connecting us to something greater than ourselves. What makes these themes so timeless? Perhaps it's because dreams are universal. Every culture, every era has its own way of interpreting them. They're a shared human experience, a place where the boundaries between the conscious and subconscious blur. And in modern myths, they continue to captivate us because they tap into that same primal curiosity. What if our dreams could tell us something real? What if they could predict the future or reveal hidden truths? As we reflect on the role of dreams in modern mythology, it's impossible to ignore the psychological impact they have on us. Dreams, whether in ancient tales or contemporary films, often serve as a window into the human psyche. They force us to confront our fears, question our realities, and explore the depths of our imagination. In that sense, they're not just a storytelling device, they're a reflection of who we are, both as individuals and as a society. And speaking of psychology, the way we interpret dreams has evolved over time. While ancient cultures saw them as messages from the divine, modern psychology views them as a way for our minds to process emotions and experiences. Yet, even with this shift, the allure of prophetic dreams remains. Whether it's a hero's vision in a fantasy novel or a sci-fi film's exploration of dream worlds, these stories remind us that dreams continue to hold a mysterious, almost magical power over us. So, the next time you find yourself lost in a dream, remember, you're part of a tradition that spans millennia. From the oracles of Delphi to the dream architects of Inception, dreams have always been a way for us to explore the unknown, to seek answers, and to imagine the impossible. And in that sense, they'll always be at the heart of our myths, no matter how much the world changes. Dreams have always been a mysterious gateway between the conscious and the unconscious mind, and in the realm of mythology, they take on an even deeper significance. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, introduced the idea that dreams, both in mythology and in our personal lives, are windows into what he called the collective unconscious. This concept suggests that beneath our individual experiences lies a shared reservoir of symbols, images, and stories that all humans inherit. These are the archetypes, universal patterns that appear across cultures and time, shaping the way we dream and the way we interpret those dreams. Think of the hero's journey, the wise old mentor, or the shadowy antagonist. These aren't just characters in myths. they're archetypes that show up in our dreams too, because they're part of our shared human experience. For example, consider the recurring image of a serpent in mythological dreams. In ancient myths, serpents often symbolize transformation, danger, or hidden knowledge. Think of the Greek god Asclepius, whose staff entwined with a snake became a symbol of healing. Even today, in modern dream analysis, serpents can still evoke those same themes. A person dreaming of a snake might be grappling with a fear of change or the need to confront something they've been avoiding. This connection between ancient symbols and modern psychology shows how deeply these archetypes are embedded in our psyche. Jung believed that by understanding these symbols, we could tap into a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. What's fascinating is how this bridges the gap between myth and science. Mythology, once seen as purely fantastical, now finds a place in the study of the human mind. Dreams, in this context, become a kind of personal mythology where the stories we tell ourselves at night reflect not just our individual fears and desires, but also the timeless patterns that have shaped human thought for millennia. This interplay between the ancient and the modern, the mythical and the scientific, offers a profound way to explore our spirituality. Dreams, after all, are more than just random firings of the brain. They're a way for us to connect with something greater, whether we call it the divine, the universe, or simply the depths of our own unconscious. As we move forward, let's consider how these mythological dreams don't just belong to the past or the realm of psychology. They also play a vital role in personal spirituality. For many, dreams are a way to seek guidance, find meaning, or even communicate with the sacred. This idea isn't new. Ancient cultures often viewed dreams as messages from the gods, and today, many people still see them as a source of spiritual insight. Whether you see dreams as a psychological phenomenon or a mystical experience, their power to connect us to something beyond ourselves remains undeniable. Dreams have always held a mysterious allure, not just in ancient times but even in our modern world. Today, many people turn to dreams as a way to connect with their inner selves and explore personal spirituality. It's fascinating how these nighttime visions, once seen as messages from the gods, are now tools for self-discovery and spiritual growth. One common practice is keeping a dream journal, a simple yet powerful way to record and reflect on the symbols, emotions, and stories that emerge during sleep. By writing down dreams, individuals can uncover patterns, decode hidden meanings, and even gain clarity about their waking lives. This practice isn't so different from ancient rituals of dream incubation, where people would sleep in sacred spaces, hoping to receive divine guidance. Today, meditation often complements dream work, helping individuals quiet their minds and invite deeper insights. Together, these practices create a bridge between the conscious and the subconscious, echoing the timeless human quest to understand the unseen. Contemporary spiritual movements have embraced dreams as a vital source of wisdom. For example, in some modern mindfulness communities, dreams are seen as a way to access inner guidance or even communicate with a higher self. Others view dreams as a form of spiritual language where symbols and archetypes carry profound messages. This perspective mirrors the way ancient cultures interpreted dreams as sacred communications. What's striking is how these modern practices reflect an enduring truth. Dreams have always been a mirror of the human soul, a space where the personal and the universal intersect. Whether it's an ancient priest interpreting a king's dream or a modern-day seeker journaling by candlelight, the desire to find meaning in dreams remains a deeply human impulse. This connection between dreams and personal spirituality also speaks to something larger: our collective consciousness. Throughout history, dreams haven't just shaped individual lives, they've influenced entire cultures. From the prophetic dreams of ancient rulers to the shared visions of spiritual communities, dreams have the power to unite people around common symbols and stories. Even today, dreams continue to shape how we understand ourselves and our place in the world. They remind us that beneath the surface of our daily lives, there's a deeper current of meaning waiting to be explored. And as we delve into that current, we're not just connecting with our own spirituality, we're tapping into a shared human experience that stretches back to the very dawn of civilization. Dreams and prophecies have always been more than just personal experiences. They're windows into the collective consciousness of entire societies. Across ancient cultures, these visions often reflected shared fears, hopes, and uncertainties about the future. Take, for instance, the Babylonian epic of Gilgamesh, where dreams are seen as divine messages guiding the hero's journey. These visions weren't just about one man's fate. They spoke to the anxieties of a civilization grappling with mortality and the unknown. Similarly, in Greek mythology, the Oracle of Delphi delivered prophecies that shaped the decisions of kings and cities, revealing the collective dread of divine wrath and the longing for guidance in turbulent times. What's fascinating is how these ancient stories still resonate today. Modern concerns about climate change, technological advancements, or societal collapse often echo the same existential fears found in myths. The Mayan prophecies, for example, spoke of cyclical destruction and rebirth, mirroring our own anxieties about the sustainability of our world. These tales aren't just relics of the past, they're mirrors reflecting humanity's timeless struggle to make sense of an uncertain future. But dreams and prophecies don't just reflect collective fears, they also reveal our shared aspirations. In Norse mythology, the vision of Ragnarok, a cataclysmic end followed by renewal, symbolizes not just destruction but the hope for a better world to emerge from the ashes. This duality of fear and hope is universal, appearing in myths from India's cyclical yugas to the Hopi prophecies of a great purification. These stories remind us that even in the face of despair, there's an enduring belief in the possibility of transformation and renewal. And while these narratives often address the fate of entire societies, they also speak to the individual. Dreams, in particular, have always been seen as deeply personal yet universally significant. The ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods, offering guidance for one's path in life. This idea of dreams shaping personal destiny is still alive today, whether through modern psychology's exploration of the subconscious or the enduring belief in prophetic visions. So, as we explore these ancient tales, we're not just uncovering the beliefs of the past, we're also discovering how deeply connected we are to those who came before us. Dreams and prophecies, whether collective or personal, remind us that our hopes and fears are part of a much larger story, one that continues to shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. Dreams have always held a mysterious power over humanity, often seen as gateways to hidden truths or glimpses of what's to come. In mythology, dreams and prophecies frequently play a pivotal role in shaping individual destinies, guiding heroes and ordinary people alike toward their ultimate purpose. Take the story of Joseph from the biblical tradition, for example. As a young man, Joseph dreamed of sheaves of grain bowing down to him, followed by visions of the sun, moon, and stars paying him homage. These dreams weren't just random images, they were prophecies of his future rise to power. Despite facing betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment, Joseph held onto these visions, which ultimately led him to become a trusted advisor to the Pharaoh and a savior of nations during a time of famine. His dreams weren't just predictions, they were a call to action, urging him to persevere and fulfill his destiny. But Joseph's story isn't unique. Across cultures and time periods, dreams have often served as catalysts for personal transformation. In ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi was sought after for her prophetic visions, which guided leaders and warriors in their quests. Even in modern times, dreams continue to inspire and influence. Consider the case of Paul McCartney, who famously dreamed the melody for the Beatles' hit song, Yesterday. Waking up with the tune fully formed in his mind, he initially thought it was too good to be his own creation. Yet, that dream became the foundation for one of the most iconic songs in music history. Similarly, scientist Dmitri Mendeleev reportedly dreamed of the periodic table's arrangement, which revolutionized chemistry. These examples show how dreams can bridge the gap between the conscious and subconscious, unlocking creativity and clarity. What makes dreams so compelling is their ability to ignite a sense of purpose. They often appear at critical moments, offering guidance or reassurance when it's needed most. Whether in ancient myths or modern biographies, dreams have the power to push individuals toward their destinies, urging them to take bold steps they might otherwise avoid. They remind us that our lives are part of a larger narrative, one where even the smallest vision can lead to extraordinary outcomes. As we reflect on the role of dreams in mythology and beyond, it's clear that they are more than just fleeting images of the night. They are powerful tools of transformation, calling us to action and inspiring us to embrace our potential. Whether through ancient tales of prophecy or modern stories of innovation, dreams remind us that the future is not set in stone. It's shaped by the choices we make and the visions we dare to follow. Dreams and prophecies have always held a profound place in the tapestry of ancient mythological tales, weaving threads of mystery, fate, and human aspiration into stories that have endured for centuries. These narratives, whether whispered by the Oracle of Delphi or glimpsed in the visions of heroes like Odysseus, reveal a universal truth. Dreams and prophecies are more than mere plot devices. They are windows into the deepest fears, hopes, and questions that define the human experience. These ancient tales remind us that, even in a world of uncertainty, there is a persistent longing to understand our place in the grander scheme of things. What's truly remarkable is how these stories continue to resonate with us today. They don't just belong to the past, they speak to timeless themes: destiny, free will, and the search for meaning. Whether it's the haunting prophecy of Oedipus or the symbolic dreams of Joseph in the Bible, these tales captivate us because they mirror our own struggles and aspirations. They challenge us to reflect on the forces that shape our lives, both seen and unseen, and to consider how our own dreams might carry hidden truths or guidance. As the Oracle of Delphi once proclaimed, "Know thyself," these words, echoing through the ages, invite us to look inward and explore the mysteries within our own minds. Dreams, after all, are not just the stuff of myth, they are a part of our everyday lives. They can inspire, warn, or even transform us, much like the prophecies of old. So, what might your dreams be trying to tell you? What lessons or insights could they hold? Before we part ways, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever had a dream that felt significant, or a moment when a story from mythology resonated deeply with you? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation alive. And if you've enjoyed this journey into the role of dreams and prophecies in ancient myths, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that have shaped our world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the stories of the past are always there to guide us into the future.